Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of Subculture Styles, the series where we take a look at styles and substyles of alternative fashion, discuss their origins, history and stylings, and then try those looks on for ourselves. I know what you're thinking. 2 episodes of the Subculture Styles series in the same year? I know, just cracked we are. So today's topic of discussion and try on is going to be Victorian Goth. One of the most popular substyles of goth fashion, Victorian Goth began to emerge in the early 80s, but its roots can be traced back to over a century earlier. The fashion takes massive inspiration from the mourning attire of the Victorian period. It was customary at the time to wear all black clothing after the passing of a loved one, and this was popularised even more by Queen Victoria herself, who after her husband's passing wore only black clothing for the rest of her life, which is pretty hardcore goth if you ask me. The goth subculture's affinity for the macabre led some to take inspiration from gothic fiction like Bram Stoker's Dracula and the works of Edgar Allan Poe, along with the gothic architecture and traditional mourning attire of the Victorian period. Thus, a new substyle of goth fashion was born. Hallmarks of Victorian goth fashion include pale foundation and simple dark makeup, long elegant dresses made of velvet, satin and lace, usually worn with a petticoat or a hoop skirt. Accessories and accents include frills, jabbets, canes, elaborate headpieces and neckwear, and pretty much anything that wouldn't look out of place in a Black Butler cosplay. Victorian Goth is for the most part a fashion subculture. However, there are some niche pockets of music taking cues from the darker classical music of the era. Victorian Goth endures and remains one of the most popular and widespread styles in the goth subculture to this day. Today's episode of Subculture Styles is kindly sponsored by Devil Fashion. So stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can get a 30% off code for Devil Fashion and be entered in with a chance to win a $100 gift card. This one is going to be an interesting one, particularly for me. I know you've done this style, but for me, if you recall, this was like my favorite thing for like 2 straight years. I would always wear waistcoats with shirts, jabbets, big fancy Victorian style jackets. This was like my absolute favorite sub-style of goth. I do still wear that style from time to time. I'm not as into it as I was back then. I'm older, I'm lazier, and I'm more tired. It's so many buttons, and I just can't, yeah. Up first, we're gonna have to do our foundation and put a really pale base for the rest of our makeup. So foundation in 3, 2, 1. Okay, foundation and powder done. As you can
The moon is out.
Full moons are out tonight. I even had the foundation on my neck for this one because unfortunately Victorian Goth is not one of those looks where I can get away with just painting my entire neck black. And of course you can do whatever you want with like any fashion. You can wear Victorian Goth with a blacked out neck. That would look cool as hell. But we're trying to give a more accurate baseline representation of what Victorian Goth is. Male Victorian Goth makeup tends to be just a little bolder, dramatic accent of your facial features. Darker eyebrows, eyeshadow, and then contour. And I'm going to have the contour on my neck. Contour a day keeps the double chins away. My makeup is going to be relatively simple, like the makeup that I used to do when I wore this, except this time I'm really going to try contour well. I used to be like, today's the day, I'm going to crack the contour, and then it would literally look like I just put dirt.
You'd be like,
help. So next step is eyebrows. I am going to... Okay.
Because I like to do my eyeshadow first, kind of know how like high up to go and then where to do my eyebrows. Other than that, I wouldn't know where to do my eyebrows if it wasn't for my eyeshadow already being on.
That's a very valid point. So how about we just give me eyebrows? Now that I have eyebrows, we can move on to the next step, which is going to be our eyeshadow looks. So what kind of look are you going to be going for?
I think I'm going to do a lot of brown tones, probably like 3 or 4 different browns, and then I'll do what I usually do and be like, it's not dark enough, and then add a little tiny bit of black in there, and I'll be doing like kind of around rather than winging it up, Tim Burton type of aesthetic. Brown contour, going for like a sickly type of look. Very tempted to do a pink little blushy look, but then I'm like, it might look a bit too cutesy, and it's gothic, it's not just like Victorian.
My makeup, as I said earlier, is going to be probably pretty similar to the makeups that I used to do when I wore this style anyway. Now we're going to do our eyeshadow and then come back to our finished looks. Let's see how it goes. That is our makeup. Our eyeshadow looks done.
And eyebrows for me.
And you got some eyebrows.
As you can see, I did this twice. And I said, you know what? I can't do eyebrows anymore. One is like going up and one, it's like, how are you doing?
Yeah, it is very...
But I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of look like I'd be on the streets in the Victorian times. But,
on the streets.
On the streets.
Amongst the cobblestones. Don't walk these cobbled streets at night. This worked out semi-okay. It was kind of what I wanted. Not overly pointed or anything. Just a regular black smoky eye.
I love this.
Yeah, I knew you would. And to be honest, seeing it in the mirror when I finished, I was like, I kind of miss this a little bit. Because for the past 2 years, I've been experimenting so much with like different makeup styles. Just that, you know, the modern day need for everything to be like bigger and bigger and bigger and over the top. And you see people with like, I mean, you're part of the problem. With like just forehead down to basically your mouth eyeliners.
It's fun.
Yeah, and I
only do it for the fun.
Yeah, and I've been having fun with it. But when you do makeup like this and you see makeups like that, you're like, oh man, like I need to go bigger. Like
no, this would be just as effective.
And that's what I'm thinking now. It can't be a plain black smoky eye. It's got a very distinctive look to it. But no, I do think this actually it turned out pretty good. My contour, not so much, as you can see.
I don't see any. I don't see any.
I'm wearing
Wait, we're meant to do contour?
I did it and did it wrong, so then I covered it with foundation and then I brought it up higher and I did it again. So I covered it up with more foundation. You can kind of see it's doing something. Not a lot, but it's doing something. I just can't do it. My contour will never be snatched. So I know what's next for me, but what is next for you?
Well, contour. Follow this line basically, just and then do under here. I can come back with contour and lipstick.
I don't know what to do because I'm like, most of the time male Victorian Goth makeup does not have black lipstick. Generally just like usually paled out lips. But I'm also really tempted to do black lipstick. What do you think? Like, do you think if I do black lipstick, I'll regret it?
I think you'll feel like it's too much like your usual look.
I'm either gonna go like fully pale lipped or fully black lipstick.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay, Google.
Turned off. You'll have to turn on Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, it actually, because we were saying okay Google. So I'm gonna decide whether or not I want to put lipstick on or not. I'm gonna finish contouring my neck because I didn't do any neck contour. You are going to do your contour and lipstick, and then we'll come back right before we put our outfits on. I can't think of another transition. Okay, you have finished your lipstick, you've done your contour. I redid my contour, still doesn't look like I'm wearing any. I fully paled out my lips and I was like, okay, now actually I have to do something. So Lynn gave me some of her lipstick and I put it on and then just paled
that's kind of what I wanted. I might pale mine out now. No, I won't. I actually did like a light shade and then I was like, nah, we need to go darker. So then I put darker colour over it and I was like, now it's too dark. Okay, and then I was like, screw it, I'm gonna use blush. So I literally packed this on this and like tried to do blush up here and I swear nothing was happening. It just wasn't showing up. Too goth to have any colour on my face apparently. So then I went and got my red eyeshadow, put that on my face, and in real life that's a thing. I don't know why you can't see it. It's there. It's here. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh, that's the whole look, and I did the little black beauty spots because that was the thing. That's me done.
This is our finished makeup looks. The two of us now are going to go get into our outfits, accessories, etc. and do our big reveal. Lynn's outfit was actually provided by Devil Fashion specifically for this video. Absolutely beautiful dress. We'll talk about it more after the reveal. Full outfit and look reveal in 3, 2, 1. So, what do you think of our big final reveal on our outfits? How did we do? Do we look like stoic characters in a Victorian Gothic romance novel? Oh my love, how I yearn for you from the grave. For me, this is a mad throwback. I mean, I remember actually even when I got this jacket, I was so obsessed with this jacket for so long, and I wore it every event we went to for like a few months. I've been waiting to crack it back out. I kept being like, this is a Mariluna jacket. I'm like, I'm gonna wear this
No, it's
Mariluna,
not.
and then I was like, it's 28 degrees over at Mariluna, so maybe not. I don't miss the waistcoats. No, I do still wear them occasionally, especially for like fancy events and stuff, but I do not miss the waistcoats. My body has progressed past the point of being able to comfortably sit in a waistcoat, but I do still really like this style. I don't know how I feel about it on me still.
I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
damn, this looks amazing.
Aw.
I'm like, we need to do something fancy now just to dress like this.
Just so you can dress up. yeah.
I hate how I look. I'm just like, ugh.
No, you
plain.
look beautiful.
I wouldn't take like a selfie or anything looking like this because I just feel like so plain.
Is it just the makeup that's throwing you off?
Yes. Yeah, if I
that's
wore
what
this
think.
with like some more extreme makeup, then I'd be like, yeah. But I don't know, like, and I like this makeup, but there's just something in me that's just like,
Scribble lines on it. Scribble some
it's just
lines
like,
on it. But no, I think you look amazing. I just don't know. I don't know. But like when I take off the jacket and I'm just in the shirt and the waistcoat and stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah. And that was more kind of my standard look. But for practicality sense, I just can't do this anymore. You know, like I'll wear big-ish outfits when we go out, but nothing that requires so much like buttoning. Like I do love this style aesthetically. Every time I do it, I'm just like, oh man, I'm wearing so much clothes, and I kind of want to. I'd love a baggy t-shirt right now.
like I said, it depends on what you're doing, and we just haven't been really. We've just been going to a lot of gigs, festivals, so we've been just getting dirty.
That being said, I like it. I do absolutely love this style. I love this jacket, the detailing in it, the cut of it, incredible. I do wear this shirt still a lot because it's comfy. I do also love this waistcoat, genuinely so much. I don't think I'd go back to dressing like this all the time. But you look incredible. Your dress is absolutely beautiful.
I do love it. When I put on this dress, I was like, oh, it's like a second prom look of the year. I'm having 2 proms this year. Like, it just feels so fancy. As well, I just realised these little skulls. It took me a while to realise this. Did you realise it?
Yeah, because I was tying
I'm just not wearing my glasses, so I didn't know. Cool little skulls. That's a nice little detail. I feel so fancy. You can wear this with a petticoat, without a petticoat. I don't know which one I like more. I feel like without it, it's very elegant or something. But then with it, I'm like, queen. I love this. I do. I'm obsessed with this. But again, like, I wouldn't wear it every day. Whoever does that,
More power to you.
well,
Yeah.
with corsets as well, like, not comfortable, but some people find comfort in looking like that. Completely get that, like, and if you don't feel yourself, unless you're like fully decked out in Gothic Victorian like dresses and stuff like that, completely understand. Like, I used to wear like big petticoats and everything like almost every day, but I kind of got to the point where Conor got as well, where I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of about being comfortable. But I feel like I would wear this out to a club anyway. Like, I probably will wear this to one of the goth nights out. 100%. Well, it's kind of hitting the floor a little bit, which I trip up a lot. But I can like put that into my little dancing on the night, you know, you work with, and then you feel fancy, just like, oh, here I come.
I'm just going to go take a...
To the bar. I'm just gonna go take a... I feel like the cape gives it a completely different look. I do like the cape and I like how it looks. I don't know why. As soon as I put this on, I was like, I'm going to the store to buy potatoes. Now I'm like, no, I'm not buying potatoes. I'm buying like some potion.
Yeah, I was going to say, when the hood goes up on the cape, it feels very like I'm on my way to the apothecary.
I'm going to the apothecary. Actually, where is it? I'm going to get some embalming fluid. Just pretend that that's not there. There, darling, I got you your fluid you want. I don't know what it's for. I don't know what you're doing down in that basement.
Yeah, I've got some work to continue down in the basement. Don't disturb me.
So yeah, I do like it in that sense, because I'm feeling a little like Little Red Riding Hood, but then I'm like, seeing myself here, I'm like, oh, I do look very dark, mysterious.
Yeah.
What is she up to? I really want a black picnic basket. Just go out on my little adventures, you know. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with that. I don't know why. As soon as I put this on, I just had this whole story happen in my head. But without it as well, it's like, yeah, it's all like vampire, Gothic Victorian, but also like I'm getting like very vampire-y vibes from this. I think it's the gloves as well, kind of making me feel suspicious.
Up to no good.
Up to no good. But yeah, the details on this dress, wow, honestly, like, it's a work of art, and the fabric, I feel like, so fancy. I'm not worthy I'm just a gremlin dressed up in a fancy dress. The one that I'm wearing right now is a medium, so it was kind of too big for me. We did fix it up a bit. Well, Conor fixed it up for me with the corset at the back, so you can have it as tight or loose as you want. So that definitely did help. And now I feel like it fits me. What do you think?
I did have to pull it pretty tight on you.
I definitely could have done with getting a size small or extra small.
I do think, yeah.
And usually, like, you would think these things like run small, so maybe get a medium. But no, I feel like it's true to size for me. I think my favorite part of the dress is the beautiful red gems here. I think that's what kind of gives me the vampire vibes in this. Just reminds me of like sparkly blood, and the detail of this as well, absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed. I really want to do like a full like red sparkly gem look as well on my face. So there's lots of different makeup looks that I want to do with this as well. I'm definitely feeling inspired from that. There's like so many different looks I can do with this, so many different looks I can do with the dress as well. Corset without a corset, petticoat without a petticoat. There's a lot I can do here.
The Adventures of Little Black Riding Hood, coming soon.
When did this happen? That's fine. I can go on my phone. I was saying to Conor, I was like, oh, trying to go on my phone, and I was like, oh, no wonder they wore these gloves back then, because there was no phones to be touching.
As I said earlier, Lynn's outfit was in fact provided to us by the wonderful people over at Devil Fashion. The dress and the cape are both Devil Fashion items. Devil Fashion are an online alternative retailer. They sell lots of like gothic, Victorian and vampire goth style clothing, and genuinely, I think I said this the last time we worked with Devil Fashion, usually if I am somewhere where they're selling alternative clothes and something really catches my eye, 99% of the time I look and it's Devil Fashion. It's happened to me so many times. I'm like, that's a really cool jacket, Devil Fashion. That's a really cool shirt I've never seen before, Devil Fashion. So definitely check out Devil Fashion if you're into vampire, Victorian or romantic goth stylings for both men and women. Right now they are having their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, and on top of that, if you would like to get a 30% off discount code and be entered in with a chance to win a $100 gift card, check out the link in the description below. And thank you so much to Devil Fashion for sponsoring this video. Don't be afraid to let us know in the comment section down below how you think we did, any aspects of this fashion that you particularly love. Are you a lifestyle Victorian goth? Let us know in the comment section down below. And how do you do it? How do you do it? As always, massive shout out to our patrons for helping us to make videos like this. If you do want to help support the channel, the link to our Patreon is in the description down below. You will get early access to our videos, access to our catalogue of royalty-free music, behind the scenes and blooper reels, and on top of that, anybody who pledges $10 or more during the month of December gets a personalized holiday gift card from us to you in real life, physically through the mail system from our home to yours. So if you want to help support the channel, get access to videos early and all that other good stuff, then please do check out the link to our Patreon, which is in the description below. We hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, as it helps us out so much. And as always, until next time, see you in your nightmares.